Good day and welcome to the Contributors channel. This show is called The Business and Arts on this very wonderful channel of ours. It's a melting pot of a whole lot of things. So on this particular playlist called The Business and Arts, we teach um, artists how to make money with their art, with their craft, and with their talent. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button below, like the video, and click the notification bell so that you are the first one to know when there is a next video. My name is Nyaka Lollipop, and today I have 10 business ideas for you that will give you daily cash flow. The first one is a car wash. Of course, a car wash. Yes, a car wash. Very cheesy. I know a lot of people have started this or have tried to do this car wash in every street corner, but there's a reason for that. There are a lot of cars in South Africa, and I mean a whole lot. Even people who do not work have cars. So everybody is your client in that particular sense. However, the mistake that I've seen that people do, the people that start car washes make, is that they set up, they stay there, they get like a bucket and some soap and polish, and they sit there for like a week and then they give up. It takes a while to start this sort of a business because people, as much as people, there are many cars, people already have their routines. So what you are trying to do is to change people's routines. There's cars that come and pass by, they see you, but they're sitting there thinking, oh, okay, so there's a car wash nearby here. Okay, it looks like a nice setup in here. But now what do I do with my current car wash person? So that is that. You need to be patient, get one or two customers, go there every morning and stay and wait for a customer. Whichever customers that you have, make sure that you give them the best service. People talk. People that have cars talk, and they will tell others, and they will tell others. It will take a while to get to a point, but the first thing you need to do is to be patient. The second is make sure nothing disappears in people's cars, and give people the privacy, give people the respect in their cars, and you will see car washes. There's a lot of money in that. There's a lot of money in that. And soon enough, within a year or two or so, you will definitely be making very good money with a car wash. The second one is a food joint. It can work hand in hand with the car wash, or it can just work as a corner. People are always eating, and people are always on the road these days. People are always on the, so you could have it maybe closer to a school where, during break or after school, the kids can come through. These ones tend to be the busy ones, but you must remember that in December or so, it won't be as busy because then the school children will not be there. Use good quality ingredients, have great service, be clean, smell good, and your food joint will flourish. The third one that you need to do is eggs, chickens, and pigs. This is my favorite one. Eggs, chickens, and pigs. Breakfast is a big thing all over the world. Everybody loves bacon and eggs. So if you are providing eggs, it's great. If you keep chickens, even better. Pigs, though, for me, are the biggest cash cow that a lot of people are ignoring because of the stigma around it. Some churches do not approve of pork, but if you have a little bit of land and you can keep pigs, you will make a whole lot. They give birth twice a year, and they can give you like 10, 20 sometimes youngins at a time. You can sell them off just after a month once they have breastfed, so you can keep them breastfeeding for a month, and then you sell them. Eggs, chickens, and pigs coming in at number 3. You will not go wrong in fact, you will not go wrong with any form of agriculture at this point in time. If you have a bit of land stand, whoever it belongs to, just get that stuff going. You will be fine. Number four, anything that has to do with hair, especially for women's hair. It could be like your wigs, your weaves, or just you're plaiting people's hair and stuff like that. Even for guys, if you like, you see now, I just had a haircut. So I could be your next. In fact, this time around, I shaved everything. So yeah, you could do that. Anything that has to do with it, even during the lockdown, hair products were still in demand. People still wanted to look good, even during the COVID lockdown. People want to look good, even during depression. People want to look good, even during bad economic times. So if you go with anything that has to do with hair for kids, if they need to go to school and things like that, you will definitely do well. Coming in at number five, baking. Anything that has to do with baking, cookies, biscuits, it could be like birthday cakes, or even just your simple, because we're talking daily cash income here, like biscuits here, you put them in like a bit of a tub, you carry a tub, you go to town, 10 o'clock in the morning, you will be done. They will all be finished. People like sweet stuff. People take that. They want to have that when I know when I used to have a day job as well. I used to like take every morning. I would take like a 5 rand plastic so I could have it during tea time. Sometimes when times were so bad, that would be the only meal that I would have. So you must never really take that for granted. Baking. Number six, fixing computers. Get a skill. Fix computers. Fix also cell phones. Get a skill. This is Everybody has a cell phone, everybody has a computer, and they always break. And when they break, they will need who? They will need you. If you can fix screen, maybe somebody has dropped their laptop and the screen needs some changing. Very easy money. Just unscrew this, screw it back, put the lid on, and then you charge. You charge silly money for that. So get a skill, and we have been talking about things like this in the past. That if you are an artist, also over and above it, having to go to school, you must also learn something, learn a skill. Go to like a TVET college or wherever. Get these short courses, or if there is somebody that you know that fixes computers, go and and volunteer your time. Just go and check and see how these things work. And if you learn 3 months, 6 months, after a year, then you are fine. You've learned all the skill. Even if that guy didn't pay you, now you are going to open your own thing. Coming in at number seven, photography and graphic design. Photography, when we go to town and everything, we come across all these boys just in front of the mall or just outside of the mall, and they take pictures sometimes without our permission. That is a very good um, daily income. Those guys, I think they sell the photos for like 10 rands or so. And if you get to a busy spot and there's not a lot of competition, you can make very good money. But go a step further, learn how to do graphic designing. So all these photos that you are taking, then you can upgrade, you can make them look better, you can change this, you can change the background, you can change the filters, you can make collages, put things together, and things like that. I know I am the resident photographer at my family's gatherings. So every time we have gatherings, I come in there with my camera, and and I'm great. And I'm great. They don't pay me quite as yet, but it helps me because they're not really complaining. Customers, I get to learn. I get to see what works. I get to see what doesn't work. And over the years, I have learned quite a lot to a point that I now feel like I could charge for that particular service. So not only does photography pay, but also graphic designing. Coming it at number eight, property rental. If you have, like I said, spare bit of space in your background, in the backyard or wherever, you can put in like the room malaini, they call them malaini in Lesotho, right? Rental for students or for whoever, like one room there that you are charging depending on your area, 800 rand, 500 rand, $1,000, depending on how in demand they are. Then that is passive income now. We are talking passive income, and after a year or so, you can build more. In 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years time, you will definitely be rich, and you will not need to work a day more. You can start with two. You can start with two, and then in a year, two becomes four. Especially if you're young, time is still on your side. You need to get into that sort of thing. Everybody that has been rich, everybody that has made some form of wealth in this world has done property. Don't be deterred by the fact that everybody is doing this. There's already too many rooms in here. Do that. There's always someone looking for a room to stay, either a student or somebody that works, or people that just got divorced and they need to, there's always somebody looking for room in some or other stage. The delivery service, see, so and stuff like, if you got a car, you can take people around. If you got like a scooter, you can even buy, because like bikes are not that expensive, motorbikes, and they're not like the smaller engined motorbikes. Let me put it like that. They're not that expensive. Number one. Number two, they're very cheap on petrol. You can just go around. People call you and say, "Hey, we want food for this. We want to. Can you get us alcohol there? Can you do this?" There's like people at the office. They want lunch. They call you. Get us 123, 123, and you deliver for them, and you become the delivery guy. It's becoming a cash cow at this particular stage. Number last, I've saved this one for last because it's the business I was in. I made a lot of good money. I have had to get out of because one, I fell sick. Number two, we had a water crisis here in Kwakwa, but it is definitely a business that I will be going into. Laundromat, my goodness. Laundromat, I am telling you, especially when you are living among the people that are renting. People who come from outside, there are people who are not married, people who don't really have a lot of time for domestic stuff and things like that, man. It was perhaps one of my biggest businesses that I have done, and it was so sad that I had to let go of it. But yeah, my health wasn't. I had a major operation, and I had to sit at home and get better. But it is definitely business that I will go back into. It is a business that I will let you. I will advise you to go into this good money in laundromat, washing people's clothes. The best thing ever. My name is Nyaka Lolipoto. This is the channel called The Contributors, on the segment called Business and Arts. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also click on the notification bell so that you are the first one to know when the next video rather is out. Signing out. Away.